For 24, Dave spent $74 at a hardware store. It was $6 on screws and $8.50 for each deck board. So they're asking you, what does X represent in this equation? So let's pick it apart. So 74 is the total. So we know this is the total amount he spent. We know this is how much he spent on screws, and we know this is how much per deck board. So if I solved for X, I would be solving for how many deck boards he bought. So if each deck board is $8.50, that times how many deck boards he has would be the price. So we're trying to figure out the number of deck boards. $25 is writing systems, so we're just going to pick out some important information. So Matt sold 3 small, 14 large, and had a total of 203. So 3 small, 14 large, and 203 go together. So if you look down here, 3, 14, 203, 14, 3, 203. But if you look over here, it's 13, 4, 220, 14, 3, 220. So these two are immediately out because the 3, 14, and 203 aren't together, and that's what we need. Then he spent 11 on small, 8 on large, and had a total of 220. So now you got to make sure it matches. So 11 small and 3 small. So 11 and 3 go together, and then 14 large and 8 large. So then these two go together. So if I look at these two equations, this one has 11 and 3 lined up. This one has 14 and 8 lined up. But if you look at B has 14 and 11 together and 3 and 8. Well, we want 3 and 11 because they're both small, and we want 8 and 14 because they're both large. So your answer should be A. 26, read it. So it can be really confusing. You're really not trying to solve for anything. They just tell you that Y is the number of laps, X is the number of minutes. So in this 3, 9, 3 has to deal with minutes and 9 has to deal with laps. So when you read through all these explanations, A and B are telling you something about laps and laps. So they're out because they're not talking about minutes at all. For C, they tell you 9 is the minutes and 3 is the laps. Well, that's not true. 9 is the Y, so that's laps, and 3 is the minutes. So the only one that tells you minutes is 3 and 9 is laps is D. 27. It tells you that a plant is 14 inches when you buy it, and it grows 1.5 inches per week. So remember from before, if they say the word per, that's the one that goes with your variable. So this one, the 1.5 is not with the variable. This one, the 1.5 is not with the variable. And then you want to make sure that it's the right variable. So they tell you that X is time and Y is height. So you would pick C. Because Y is the total height and X is how long you have the plant. For 28, your box here didn't print. So if you just look over here, that's what they're saying which one is the error. So here's the original equation. So step 1 is to distribute the 2. So 2x plus 10. So step 1 is fine. So it's not A. Step 1 is perfectly fine. In step 2, what you notice is they subtracted the 3 from the 10. But since the 3 and the 10 are on the same side, you would actually put like terms together. So this 7 should really be a 13, not a 7. So step 2 is the problem. And it's because they should have combined like terms, not subtracted like terms. Okay, let's go to the open-ended. So for the first one, here's your drawing. Your drawing didn't print either, so draw it. And then down here, they want you to write the equation of the perimeter and the area. On Keystones, you will get a formula sheet. So perimeter is when you add all the sides. And area for this is length times width. So for this top part, they want you to add all the sides. Well, it's a rectangle, so if this is 5x plus 1, this is 5x plus 1. And if this is 3x plus 2, this is 3x plus 2. So perimeter means we are going to add up all these sides. So I have 5x plus 1 plus 5x plus 1 plus 3x plus 2 plus 3x plus 2. So all I did was I added everything together. Once you do that, put all your like terms together. So I have 5x, 5x, 3x, and 3x. So 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 16. And then I have 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 4, 6. And you're done. For area, it's length times width. So you're just doing one length and one width, and you're multiplying. So length times width. So you are foiling or doing the box. I'll do the box since most of you like the box. So the box is 5x plus 1 up here, 3x plus 2 down here. And you're multiplying. So 3 times 5 is 15x squared. 1 times 3x, 5x times 2, and then 2 times 1. And then put your like terms together. So 15x squared plus 13x plus 2. You can also just distribute if you would like. For number 2, they want to know what's incorrect and to correct it. So let's take a look here. All right, so when you split up a square root, it's not addition, it's multiplication. So I'm just going to correct it down here. So when they split it up from 425, you can split it like that, but it's multiplication, not addition. So their mistake was here in step 1 by using, they shouldn't have used addition, they should have used multiplication. So then the square root of 400 is 20, and the square root of 5 is 5, but they added 20 and 5. You should be multiplying this all together. So you need to multiply 6 times 20 times 5, not add them together. So 6 times 20 times 5 is 600. So the answer should have been 600, not